And so they're taking, Betsy's husband, Dick, and Ben are taking all the boys next weekend to Prophetstown for the weekend.
That'll be nice,
Enjoy
though.
that, fellas.
Have a good time, huh?
Yeah, and then we'll go out during the day and
I was gonna say, you'll
ride
go out and
bikes.
you go out and
and
join
stuff.
them, yeah.
I'm sure we'll be in charge of bringing the food and
Well,
Catapulted midway up to second place.
that's a good bet.
Minnie, let's go. Let's all rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Good to see everybody. Been a long time.
yes.
Been a long time. First thing we have on the agenda today, approval of the minutes from last week. Chair, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. Bids under advisement, our 9th and Cassuth Street intersection profile modifications are under advisement. We do have new business, engineering.
Good morning.
Morning.
This morning, we have 3 items of business. They're all related to the Treese Meadows North Entrance widening project that we opened bids for last week. We've reviewed the bids, and we recommend hiring the lowest responsive bidder, which is Heartland Construction. And first, we have the notice of award. The bid was determined to be complete with all necessary documents submitted, and we're recommending that a notice of award be made to Heartland Construction.
Chair, entertain a motion to approve this notice of award for Heartland Construction.
Move approval.
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions for Jeremy on this? Any questions?
No.
Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Okay, next we have a contract for $62,372, and we're requesting your approval of that contract with Heartland Construction.
Chair, entertain a motion to approve the contract for the same project.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions on the contract? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
And last, we have notice to proceed effective immediately upon approval, and we're requesting your approval of the notice to proceed.
Chair, entertain a motion to approve notice to proceed on the Treese Meadows North Entrance reconstruction.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions for Jeremy on that? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy. Lafayette Renew.
Yeah, I'm going to be covering that
You're
as
it
well.
too?
Yep,
Okay.
that's where.
All right.
Yeah, I'm filling in for Brad Talley, who's out of the office today, and I'm unable to be here. And I'll bring the next 2 items of business related to the Pearl River Lift Station CSO Storage Facility Phase 2C that we opened the GMAX price for last week. Brad gave you a more lengthy synopsis last week, but for the sake of the audience, the project consists of the following elements. An underground storage facility capable of holding 1.5 million gallons of combined sewer flow, an improved backflow prevention device to keep river water from flowing back into the tank, the SCADA control system to allow us to monitor and control operations of the tank, and a solar panel system that will provide 90% of the power for the Pearl River Lift Station. So our first item of business is a contract with Bowen Engineering for the guaranteed maximum price of $11,703,000. The contract has been reviewed by the city attorney, and we recommend it for approval.
Thank you, Jeremy. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this contract with Bowen Engineering for this Pearl River. Oh boy, one of these days. Pearl River Lift Station and CSO project.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Moved and second. Any questions? Again, I know that you said Brad he did go through this in detail last week, so that's been very helpful. But does anybody have any comments or questions?
No.
Okay, hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
I didn't mention we have the gentleman here from Bowen Engineering if we have any detailed questions.
Okay.
Next, we have Notice to proceed that begins April 6th of 2021. The substantial completion date is March 6th of 2022, and final completion is April 6th of 2022. We're recommending your approval of the notice to proceed.
Chair, entertain a motion to approve the notice to proceed in the same project.
So moved.
Second? Moved and seconded. Questions on that? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. Economic Development.
Good morning, Dennis Carson, Economic Development Director. Before you have a change order from Houston Electric, it's for the Long Center for Performing Arts stage electrical upgrade. Once Houston Electric got into the project, we found that the electrical system at the Long Center could support a 200 amp switch rather than a 100 amp switch, which would be a better system for it. And they're also going to make some other upgrades that will further enhance the electrical output and for the Long Center. So the amount of the change order is $7,540, which will bring the new contract total to $45,283.
Thanks, Dennis. Chair, entertain a motion to approve change order number 1 for the powering at the Long Center.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Has the original contract been completed?
No, they're just getting started.
You're just getting started on that. Okay, this is all part of the discovery period and
Right.
pulling into account. Any other questions for Dennis on this? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion against, same sign. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks. John?
Good morning, John Collier, Economic Development. I have two items for you this morning. Both are demolitions of historic structures. Both are garages only also. The first is for 911 North 12th Street. And I believe Brent Parks, the property owner, is here if anyone has any questions about that. But Dan Kaiser, the Historic Preservation Officer, has reviewed this and determined that the demolition would be a loss of a historic structure. So he would recommend the 60-day waiting period be maintained.
John, is that your recommendation as well?
Yep.
Okay. So again, the point that we have in our group here is to approve the 60-day waiting period. That's all we do and in this process. We always uphold the 60-day waiting period unless there's some sort of imminent safety issue or other sort of problems, and I'm not hearing that in this case.
I don't believe so, Brent.
You're gonna fall down.
Yeah, it looks like it's leaning. But evidently, we don't think it's going to fall down in the next 60 days, so.
That's,
Okay.
I'm not the one that can say that, but I don't think.
I understand, John.
Engineering
That's not your professional opinion?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Chair will entertain a motion to uphold the 60-day waiting period for this structure that is within this historic district.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions on that? Any comments? Any concerns? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you very much. Thanks, John.
Good. The second one is for the demolition of a garage only at 33 McGrath Avenue, which happens to be in the St. Mary's Mills Local Historic District. So this project required the review and recommendation of approval for demolition from the Historic Preservation Commission, which they did approve at their last meeting. And I included the certificate of appropriateness that was issued as a result of that meeting. You can see from the photos the garage is in really bad shape and is pretty unsafe. And so, and Dan Kaiser determined that it would not be a loss for the demolition of this garage. So he recommends that
Okay.
the 60 days could be waived.
We waived in this case. Okay.
I would like to speak to that.
Sure.
Thank you. I'm Richard P. Mills.
Come on up, sir, and speak in the microphone.
I'm Richard P. Mills. I own the historic houses next to the garage in question. Understand how the people in the past desired to enjoy and endure the hardship of living historically in one reason Lafayette downtown builds close friendships. In the 1962, while my brother and myself were Purdue college students, we started housing Purdue researchers. Mills Historic District still attracts PhDs from around the world who wish to become part of American culture. In 1989, I bought 2933 McGrath Avenue and put in an access drive to 1109, 1101 South Street. Those are my current residence and a rental. And there's a 45-degree angle hill coming up from St. Mary's that in the winter is impassable. So you have to, for 2 months, you can't even get to the property. And I wanted the 2933 McGrath Avenue property to have an access to the back of, from McGrath Avenue, to come down into my property. Mr. Nice was my divorce lawyer when I divorced my wife, and the judge, Randy Williams, saw fit to give the property to my wife, not to me. So Kitty Mills received $15,000 money from the Henriette Insurance Corporation to repair when the tree fell on her house. However, she went to South America. She has been a confidential informant for the Lafayette Police Department. Kitty is an unlicensed sex therapist and cocaine addict, which was entitled to special treatment from the judge's and prosecutor's office.
Sir, what's your point?
I'm getting to that.
Well, please.
Okay. I received rent from 33 McGrath Avenue way back in 2013 when my divorce began. I received $950 per month rent from 33 McGrath and $1,300 for 29 McGrath. The two houses are on one lot. Rents have gone up. The demand for single family families on a dead end is high. Ryan and Michael Smith should be able to repair the garage without hardship. Thus, because the Ram Properties LLC knew when they bought the two houses on McGrath that they are in a protected historic district with a two-car garage that needs over $1,500 of repairs in '28, and it would cost more today. In fact, they are experienced landlords indicating to me that they have budgeted for the property repairs. In fact, removing the garage will reduce the rents and, more importantly, the rental profits. Purdue professors enjoy garages parking on the Purdue campus and also demand garage parking when they rent a home in Lafayette. Removing the garage will also reduce the resale value of the property. Voting no on this request will in fact help Ram Properties be profitable. Noting no will keep in place the tax base needed in Lafayette.
Sir, do you understand that the purpose of this meeting is only to approve the 60-day waiting period?
Right.
That's it.
I understand that.
So,
Well,
and the
I was blocked on the computer from the meeting. I tried 2 or 3 times to get into the historical meeting, and I was blocked. And then I was told I could come to this meeting.
you can
so-
come and speak, and which you're doing.
And all you're doing is just delaying it for 60 days. I
All we're doing
understand.
is waiving the 60-day waiting period.
Now here's the issue that I couldn't present then, but I can now. This historical building was a house built in 1852, and the garage was built in 1896 to house a Chicago Benton Harbor auto cycle that belonged to a person who ran the first automobile in the town of Lafayette, and that was in that garage. That garage was built specifically for that person. That's Mr. Lafayette Burgess. He was a child, a slave from the South that came up for the Burgess, who ran the Burgess Black School, and he was adopted by that family and was hired by John Taylor, which is a property that I own, 1101 South Street, and Mr. Taylor, son-in-law, owned the Taylor Stillwell Lumber Company, and Mr. Stillwell bought the car for this black man, and he went into business and helped the doctors, and so this is a significantly important building.
So that argument needs to be taken up, not with this body.
Yeah, I understand that.
So, again, sir, I appreciate your comments, and it's good to hear that information. Obviously, that's interesting. But Mr. Smith owns the property, Ram Properties LLC does, and they've been granted a demolition permit for this property.
Which I was not able to talk at.
Again,
Yeah, that's not your.
I'm
that's
sorry
not your-
that we
yeah.
can't address that here.
Yes,
So
Gary, I understand.
I appreciate your comments.
Yeah, all right,
Thank you.
all right, thank you. So I have a 60-day extension if you
No,
vote to do
you
so.
do not. We haven't voted on that yet.
Oh, yes, well, I understand that.
So the recommendation to us has been, because of the structure, the condition of the structure is not to waive the 60-day waiting period. That's what we've been asked to vote upon.
Yeah, removal of this 100-year-old building is a statement to taxpayers who work as professional drivers and those who work in our auto plants that their history and contribution to Lafayette are not important.
Again, I appreciate your comment.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we have a motion, I think we have a motion, we do not have a motion a second. So again, the question for us on this demolition permit is not the wisdom of doing it or not doing it. The question before us is the waiving of the 60-day waiting period, and all parties at hand believe this waiving of the 60-day period is appropriate because of safety reasons. And so I will entertain a motion to
I move to waive the
waive the 60-day waiting period.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions about this? Further comments or questions? Appreciate your comments, sir. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for that. We have finally an amendment for the Climate Action Plan.
This is an amendment to the Climate Action Plan with Greeley and Hansen. As you know, the City of Lafayette, West Lafayette, and Tippecanoe County have joined together to put a countywide action plan together. We've been through the first two phases, and now we're going into phases 3, 4, and 5, which will be the really extensive phase of this plan where we actually work on the inventory of greenhouse gas emissions in the community and all of those things that actually add to climate change, and then begin as we move forward over the next 2 years to formulate that long-term action plan that will be a county-wide action plan. We'll be working with different citizens groups and have focus groups during this phase and be bringing people together. So we're excited that the 3 units of government have been able to do this together. The City of Lafayette's portion for this amendment's about $60,000, somewhere right in there over the next 2 years, so about $30,000 for this year and about $30,000 for next year. But we're very excited, and I will tell you, Greeley and Hansen has done a really, really good job. They have brought a level of expertise and people in that has been very helpful. Margie Deverall leads it up for our side as a staff member. She's working very closely with the IU cohort and resiliency group down there. We're going to have 2 interns this summer. They're going to be one county's paying for one, we're paying for one. They're going to start working on those inventories of greenhouse gases, pulling data and sheets and all of those things. So we're moving along, and we're very excited that we're moving in that direction. This morning, as you heard, we're very excited on the Pearl River that we're going to put in a solar system there that will do about 90%, meet about 90% of their power needs through the use of solar, and then looking at another solar field for the big wastewater treatment plant. So we'd appreciate your approval on this amendment.
So this amendment adds 2 more parts to the work we're doing, right? Phase 3 and phase 4?
3 and 5, I think it was 3, 4, and 5.
3, 4, and 5?
Yeah.
Okay. And our share of that is 60, it's divided equally amongst the 3 parties?
Yes, it's divided.
61,840.
It's divided equally,
Okay.
yes.
Chair, I'll entertain a motion to approve this amendment number 1 to the sustainability plan we're trying to develop.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions for the mayor on this?
This is a great timeline to follow. I
Yeah.
know what's coming.
They've
Yeah.
done a really good job. We have not been able to pull this off by ourselves.
Yeah, the document's thorough.
And the first 2, they did very well on the first 2 also.
Good, good. Any other comments, Mayor?
Nope.
Okay, we have a motion, a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Thank you. Thanks, Tony. Purchasing's next.
Dave Payne, Purchasing Manager.
Lafayette Fire Department has a 1986 Clark forklift, city ID number FD44, that we would ask that you declare surplus so it can be traded in on another forklift.
Chair will entertain a motion to approve this declaration of surplus property.
So moved.
Second. Moved and seconded. Questions, Dave, on this? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
And then next you have my recommendation for renewing a contract with Morrow's Lawn Service for the calendar year of 2021 for mowing the reservoir up at Columbian Park at the same price that has been honored since 2016, $545 per cut.
Chair will entertain a motion to approve this recommendation to renew the contract with Morrow's Lawn Service.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions for Dave on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. Claims.
Good morning, Tim Clary, Controller. The Controller's Office has reviewed the claims in the amount of $4,324,191.53. We ask for your approval.
Chair will entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second. Moved and seconded. Any questions for Tim on claims?
I didn't have any.
I didn't either. Any questions? Nobody? Okay. Have a motion, a second to approve the claims. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
We have 3 special event requests, all coming from the same person. Number 1 is Beers Across the Wabash. Ken?
Good morning, Ken McCammon, Friends of Downtown. Yes, we're going to try to do another Beers Across the Wabash. We've talked with the police and fire about it, and Homeland Security, and we think we can make it safe, and so we're going to give it a shot, see what's going on with our friend COVID.
This is August the 28th, correct? And you're doing it on the bridge.
Correct.
Correct? Okay. Chair will entertain a motion to approve this special event request.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any questions for Ken on this one?
Do you guys have to turn in a COVID safety plan to the health department when you do these?
We've discussed it. We haven't submitted a plan. We had a tremendous plan put together last year, and at the last moment decided to do a survey of people who have attended in the past, and we were told that we were nuts for even thinking about it. We were going to have hand sanitizer stations, thermometers, plexiglass in front of the booths and everything, but the reaction was so bad we just pulled the plug on it about a month and a half before.
Yeah, I think.
I hope so.
Cindy, do we have insurance certificates?
Yeah.
We do?
Yeah.
It will have to be renewed August
Right.
1st, but
It's not in my packet, so that's
Yeah.
what I'm asking about.
We've got them on all of the places.
Okay, on all of them, okay.
Yeah.
So we have a motion, a second. Anybody have any further questions on this? Beers Across the Wabash. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Who can be against Beers Across the Wabash? Seriously. Okay. Next is we have Star City Blues and Jazz Festival.
correct, July 24th on Fifth Street between Ferry and Columbia. We didn't get to do it last year, of course, but the first year was very successful, even though we did it with limited preparation time and didn't really know what to expect. We had a good turnout and actually put some money in the bank to work for 2020, and then that got blown out of the water. So we haven't started working on the bands or anything yet, but we kind of have an idea of how it's going to be set up.
So Ken, all the good neighbor letters that you have, you notice here, that's all, those have all gone out?
Yes, sir.
Any feedback at all?
No,
Okay.
none at all.
All right. We have a Chair entertain a motion to approve this special event. Was second? Okay, moved and seconded. Questions for Ken on this? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. And then finally, the Mosey.
Yes, we met with Homeland Security, Lafayette Fire, and Police yesterday and made the determination that we're going to cancel the May Mosey just because of the uncertainty about COVID. We've thought all along that the first one would probably be in July, but we're going to take it month by month and see.
So you have on the request, you had May 8th, which is now we're taking it off, correct?
Taking that off, yes.
And how about June 12th?
We're going to reserve decision over the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay.
We have a plan to get back together with everybody and discuss logistics and all that.
So what are the metrics on making the decision to go or no go?
That's a good question. How do you social distance 6,000 to 8,000 people on 5 blocks? There was a suggestion that we enclose the entire area with fencing. Well, that would be monumental task. There's just no way to do it. So the jury's still out on that. That's why we're having all these meetings. This was the second meeting we had yesterday, and we'll have another one in probably 3 weeks about the June.
So this is a group decision, or is this your executive call?
This
I mean,
is
what if
pretty-
everybody says we shouldn't do this, and you say, I think we're going to do it anyway? What happens?
No, we're not going to
Okay.
fight the system.
So we have, you have dates reserved, so the first one's off, but the dates reserved are May 8th, which is not going to happen, June the 12th, July 10th, August the 14th, and September the 4th. Correct? So subject to the,
I would say, I'm sure they're looking at positivity rates and things like that,
Yeah.
hospitalizations, things that we're looking at.
right. So subject to those, I guess my other question would be that, let's go ahead and get this on the table.
Yeah.
Chair, entertain a motion to approve the special event request.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
My last question is, county health department's involved, Ken?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, I asked Dr. Adler to come out with a statement mandating masks for attendees, basically saying, if you don't want to wear a mask, don't bother coming,
Yeah.
because it's an open event. We have no authority to do it. And he said, well, I think you need to talk to the mayor and the police department about that. And I
Okay.
was like, thanks.
So he's in the loop. Okay, any other questions on this? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye, opposed, same sign. Thank you. Thanks, Ken.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for your work. Mayor, any comments today?
The only thing I would have, and just in case you didn't see it last night, was Jackie Chosnick. I swore her in last night, and she is now officially the new city attorney for the city of Lafayette.
Yay.
And her dad is, wanted to thank her dad, Ed, for all the years that he served. He's now the deputy city attorney, so she'll be
Totally
taking.
appropriate.
Right,
He'll be
I get to
take-
delegate down
He'll
now.
be taking orders from her. We're very proud to have her. She's done a great job as the deputy for all the years that we've been here, and very pleased to have her assume this role. It's, we've done a lot of good things together, and like I said, I'm not sure she always likes to mention it, but I do like to mention it, that, it's long overdue. This should be the first female city attorney in the history of Lafayette, and we're in 2021. So we're very pleased that she is in that position. We know she's going to continue to do a great job. Ed's been a little bit, as he will tell you, on the vacation schedule for the last couple of years. So she's really been doing the job. So we know she's going to continue to do that. And we're just thrilled that we were able to swear her in last night, and that became her first official meeting last night as the new city attorney for Lafayette. So
Great.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mayor. Anybody else have any comments for the board before we close the meeting? If not, meeting's adjourned. Thank you.